Up there, you don't see it as much. Down on the dock, you're sort of right on it, but right here it's got this beautiful view of the lake, so that's what I'd like to have.
Beautiful. Yep, everything is plumb. Goes down 20 feet, and there's little loose pieces like this rock. There's roots. It's everything. Nightmare. Well, Tracy, here's your view.
Wow.
I'm Jason Lake. I'm a contractor who's fixing up cottage country, one deck, dock, and gazebo at a time. My job is to get the work done on time, so people can kick back and have fun at their cottage. You can make a day out of taking in the view when you're up at the cottage. It's the best way to kick back and relax. For cottage owner Tracy, finding a getaway from her hectic life is essential.
I'm an insurance broker in the city, and I come up to the cottage every weekend and as often as I can, basically, to get away from crazy town. During the week, it's just you're working and going crazy all week long, and then you get up here and you just relax.
Tracy's cottage is definitely her happy place.
It's my oasis, and I plan on it being my retirement home, so everything I have goes into this place. It's where all of my entertaining happens. It's where all of my friends spend their time together. It is definitely Zen time here. It's my favorite place to be, for sure.
Tracy's cottage sits on a hilltop overlooking a great lake, but because the cottage is up so high, there's no place to take in the best view on her property.
Currently, the hill it's a bit dangerous. There's rocks and tree stumps and everything from the clearing of the property when we were building the cottage. So now it'd be kind of nice to just use the land that's there instead of it being this big gap between the deck and the cottage.
Tracy loves to entertain, so having the perfect place outdoors for her guests to gather is key.
I'd like a deck with a perfect view of the lake and allow my guests really a different vantage point. And it would just be really nice to tie in with the cottage and go down to the dock and have this deck there.
Tracy's been anxious for a while to get the job done, so I've come over today to take a look.
Okay, so this is the sort of screened-in porch area where we do dinners and we sit around here in the evening time. So it's kind of nice, but it's a bit removed from the lake. Just come down and look a little bit closer. You know, this is your sort of view of the lake. As you can see, sort of halfway down, it would be a nicer vantage point. You'll be able to see more of the lake because of the trees and what have you, and it sort of splits up the land a bit.
Right. Different vantage point, just different look than up here.
Maybe tie it in with the cottage a little bit and the posts
with
and
the
what
post,
have you.
Kind of match it so it flows.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I like it. Some good solid rock.
There's a lot of bedrock here, right? So if you could tie it into the bedrock, then it just comes across here.
Right.
And you look out over the lake, then you've got this
it's nice.
really
nice
great view. Yeah. So this is where I'd like the deck to be. I sort of need something that's breaks up the hill a little bit and brings it closer to the dock, you know, and then you sort of don't have that huge commute going back up to the top level again.
A little midway point kind of.
Yeah. A nice stationary deck here where everybody could just sort of hang out.
Yeah,
you know?
Entertain. So you want a little bit of a design element and some functionality.
I want it to look nice. I want it to tie in with the cottage.
Right. So we can do that.
So,
with the pillars to match type of thing.
Yeah. I think we'll spend most of our time here. You've got a beautiful waterfront view here, and that's what I'm after. Up there you don't see it as much. Down on the dock, you're sort of right on it, but right here it's got this beautiful view of the lake. So that's what I'd like to have.
Beautiful.
Look, I'm only getting involved in this because it's you, Jake. If anybody else, I'd have a crew doing this for me, okay?
Well, I appreciate it.
I might slip a disc out here.
See, I might have to end up putting something down in here.
If you've got to make the deck a little smaller to make it look properly, then that's what has to happen.
So that's 16 is right there.
Okay.
That could work, right?
Yeah, that's
in that
good.
angle?
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna measure from there though. From this angle, 14, right? Yeah, right about there. It's 2 foot cantilever. 14 takes me up to here. So if I can get that dug down, if not, then it's gonna sit high, right?
Okay. Well, you can dig. You got a couple diggers on your crew, don't you?
I got a couple diggers.
Yeah.
Me included.
You.
So
Your dad. You can call your dad
come
in.
with dad, friends, family.
So what are we talking timeline?
It'll take me about a week to build it.
Yeah.
So And when did you need it by?
Well, you got about, long weekend's in a couple of weeks, and I'd like it for the long weekend because I've got a bunch of people coming up from the office. So I'd really like to have a nice, you know, just a nice party out here on the deck.
Tracy wants this platform in a location that's less than easy to work in. It's pretty steep. You have rock, you have roots, and it is going to be tricky to find some good rock to anchor this platform to. She has a deadline. She has friends coming up, so you know I have to get to it.
So here's what we're going to do. Build a 14 by 16 foot platform deck, angled out over the hillside for a spectacular view, with posts designed to match the columns on Tracy's cottage.
I'm going to build Tracy a perfect deck with a perfect view. It's going to be amazing.
We're on a deadline, so I have to figure out right away how difficult it's going to be to set the foundation for Tracy's deck.
Let's look at the view and then relate it to how we're going to build this platform.
Okay,
What do you think?
looks good.
All right.
Now let's get back to work.
All right, let's do it.
Site prep on this job is a huge task. The hillside is very steep with 20 feet of solid rock under loose dirt and debris. If we can't get to that solid rock, we're in trouble.
We're going to have to move quickly on this, dig up the roots, the ground, the dirt, move the rocks, and hammer drill as fast as we can. It's hard rock that goes down 20 feet, and there's little loose pieces like this rock. There's roots. It's everything. It's a nightmare. So, like, I mean, this is breaking apart. I don't know. Ah, come on, Kev, help me. Well, let's dig it out, because that's actually a key to this whole layout. Oh, yeah. Never. Never say never. That's a pretty serious rock. That ain't moving. So, thinking, I'm gonna get you to the other end. She wants to go 16 feet across. Okay, keep going. Right there. This terrain is common, so this is pretty much par for the course. Rock, roots, and dirt. This is crucial to get good ground for the structure, and we're digging here. Hopefully, going to hit some good bedrock that we can tie the deck to. So let's just keep on digging. I know Tracy wants a platform deck with a view, but right now I just got to figure out the terrain.
The site prep here is tough. We're removing loose rocks and looking for solid rock underneath that we can hammer drill into to anchor our saddles.
So here we hit good bedrock here. This is solid here. So here we're gonna basically drill down, and that's gonna be our first anchor point here for the post. It's square to the house. Looks good from here. View-wise, I think it's a winner.
Now, we can drill down into the bedrock and add anchor saddles secured with hydraulic cement for the posts.
That's some serious rock. So now we have the first saddle. We hammer drilled in the rock. We put in the hydraulic cement. So now we're just gonna bang it down, and hopefully she goes in all right. Right on. Beautiful. It's got some good rock here for the saddle. It's time consuming, but when you have this tool here, it makes life a lot easier.
Just in time too, because the lumber's arrived to start building the frame.
I'll be back. Tracy would like a nice new platform deck halfway down to the lake with a nice vantage point.
I'm wanting Jason to build a deck for me that ties in with the cottage, and the deck will overlook the water, be closer to the water, and allow my guests really a different vantage point.
Tracy's on a deadline. She's having a bunch of people coming up for a little party, and this deck really is a social area, so they can entertain and have a beautiful view of the lake.
Let's get the materials in here, and he'll meet that deadline, or else.
Digging and drilling got us our anchor points for the post. Now that our lumber's on site, we can finish the post that will carry the framing beam for the deck.
But anyway, we're just gonna use cedar posts, 6x6, and we're ready to cut them. So here on the post, I'll notch it so it carries the beam. How I like to do it is create a spot for the beam to sit. So this notch now that Kevin's cutting out, that's the post like that, and we'll get a 2x8. It'll sit on there, so we'll have two of them sitting there. So that creates its support.
I still think you're too low.
So when we measured 62, so that's up here,
Yep.
right? Minus 7 3/8. Then you minus this for the beam, and it sits on here, right? Okay, if it's not right, then you know what? I'm gonna buy. You know how you give me lunch every day? I'll make lunch every day.
No.
You don't have to bring lunch anymore. I think it's a good deal.
Since the hillside is uneven, we use a laser transit to guide us as we install the posts.
So this is a transit. This helps keep everything level.
A laser beam is transmitted from the transit. We read it on the detector and use the leveling rod to check our level.
56 and a quarter.
Right on the money.
Right on the money.
All right. A double beam sits here, and then our joist will lay on top of that.
Well, Jay, it's time for me to leave.
I know it's Friday and it's 11:45, but I got a deadline. I got 3 days to build this. Kevin had to leave, so I was 3 guys down to 2, so that slows it up a bit, but you know, you just push on through anyways. Tyler, it's time for you to graduate from laborer to carpenter.
Is this a permanent
So I
position?
present you with the first pouch that my dad gave me, and I'm gonna pass it on to you.
Thanks, boss.
And this hammer, hammer wisely.
Fits a little bit snug, boss.
So now that we got our post in, we're gonna square it. And then once it's squared, then we can start putting our joists in. So here we are, we're creating the beam now. And what you gotta do is check on the crown. You want the crown to go up on the beam. That's the crown there. Okay, put this piece right on top of there. So what you gotta do is, you gotta try and match the 2 beams so they're close. A little trick. Oh, you're pretty good with that new hammer. That's fantastic, Tyler. Yeah, everything is plumb.
Deadline or not, we have to take the time to make sure our frame is perfect.
So now that the beam's in place here, I'm just gonna check, see how level it is. Hopefully it's pretty good. Right there, that's the sound I like. Very happy with how the posts are in place and with the beam in, looks great. And now we have an idea with the vantage point, so now it's starting to come together.
At this point, we have to go full tilt to get the supporting joists of the deck in place.
And first of all, I'm gonna go half. You got it? You had to go over more. That's it. She's square. So right now we're just laying in all the joists. This is the last step in the framing process. Now that we have all the joists in place, I ran the chalk line, snapped the line, and now we're gonna cut the joists and have a perfect straight line.
We've been working hard building a platform deck, and we've still got a long way to go. But right now, thanks to Tracy, it's break time.
I made some coffee and some baked goods up there if you want to come up and have a little break.
Well, that was nice of you. You're the best client ever.
Hungry, Tyler?
You know it. Welcome, Chase.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you, thank you.
Can you work with a cake cutter there, Tyler, or is that, do you want to get a hammer and just smash through it?
I might need my tool belt for this one, Chase.
Yeah, I think so.
Just like Grandma used to make. Cheers to Tracy's deck.
Cheers to hard work.
We've been building on a steep hill at Tracy's cottage, creating a platform deck with a perfect vantage point.
Tracy knows what she wants. She has a screen-in porch, not beautiful, but it's a higher vantage point. She can't get that real line across the lake. So with this new platform being built, it brings her right near the water and it gives her a whole new different line of sight. And it's an area to entertain.
The site prep and framing for Tracy's deck was time-consuming. We're now moving on to installing the railing posts.
So what I'm doing now is squaring the deck here. I already did one measurement from that corner to that corner there. So now I'm doing another measurement from that corner to this corner. And it's exactly the same measurement, so that means it's square. If you don't square it, you're gonna have one wonky deck.
The railing posts on Tracy's deck will have glass panels to give a clear view. Now, we have to prepare the posts and add them to the frame so that they sit snug in the structure.
So right now we're gonna router grooves for the glass. If you can find a side that doesn't have knots, helps, because knots sometimes can jump the router around. And one other key thing is make sure the router is not plugged in when putting in the router bit. Safety first. So this is the first of 4 posts going across the front. Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm adding a double picture frame to the decking for a design element. It takes more time, but the final effect can't be beat.
So we gotta do some precision cutting here. So it has to fit around the post just snug. So what we've done here now is we put the second piece of the picture frame around. So basically we're gonna just wrap it all around the whole perimeter. 2 pieces nice and tight. We're not gonna leave a space on it, just to make it look a little different than all the rest of the boards. So the picture framing is done, and now it's time to lay the decking. So now we've progressed quite a bit in the last 2 days. We got the posts in, all the decking's done, all picture framed. We're working on the stairs at this point.
Building stairs involves some precise measurements for the stringers and the treads.
So the standard height of a tread is 7 inches. And to figure this out is basically we're going to take a level board out, measure down, and we got 21 there. So 21 divided by 7 is 3. So we have 3 treads. Mark on 7, tread on 11. That's it. That's the tread. So when you cut your stringers, what you don't want to do is overcut. A lot of people just they cut past the point here, and then they cut, and it looks like crap. It compromises the strength of the stringer, and it just doesn't look good. So I just hand cut the rest like that. That's how you do it to make it look nice, very nice. So here's the first stringer we cut, and here's your 11, the tread, and your height is the 7. And to get that perfect calculation, like we had 21, it wasn't quite 21, so you just add dirt. Close, eh?
Yep. Right on. That's how the first one goes.
So on the deck itself, we picture framed it. So as another added detail, we did it with the treads, as you can see here. Built there, and it adds, again, it just matches with the rest of the deck, and it just looks pretty cool. Sometimes when you your picture frame here, you see all these extra stringers here. So sometimes it looks not so appealing. So we can also add, we can close this in and basically close off the stringer. So it adds a little bit of another detail to it. So now we've progressed quite a bit in the last 2 days. We got the posts in, all the decking's done, all picture framed. We're working on the stairs.
There are still some serious finishing touches to get to, but at this point, I'm feeling like
Tracy's gonna have the best view on the lake.
we're almost done building a platform deck for Tracy, where she can entertain guests and enjoy the best view of the lake. We're on a deadline, but taking the time to add design details is important. So we're moving on to cladding the railing post to match with her cottage. Every piece of cladding needs to be cut out individually to create the embellished look.
So what we're doing here now is we're cladding the cedar posts. We're doing this because we wanted to match the upper cottage. So by doing this, it's gonna flow, and I think it'll add a little design element to it.
The final step is to add the glass panels to the railings.
As they say, if the glass doesn't fit, you must acquit. Okay, Kev. Cross your fingers. Actually, let's measure this first. Make sure it's in the right one. I'll hold. You measure. Team effort.
Very nice. 59 1/4.
That's the one. The bottom. Ready? Good? Last piece. That's it.
That's it, boss. Yabba dabba do.
It's time to show Tracy her deck so she can start the party.
Well, Tracy, here's your view.
Wow.
Pretty good,
Wow,
isn't
it
it?
looks great.
The glass.
Looks really
you go
good.
Through it.
Yeah.
Nice. It's a beautiful 16 by 14 deck. It's picture framed and nice cedar. We have a nice design element. The posts are all cladded to match the house.
No, it's good. It's great.
It's good.
Ties in nicely.
And $1 million view.
Wow. And
So-
$1 million view. I think I'm going to spend more time down on that deck than I will anywhere else in the cottage. I've always wanted to be able to be closer to the water and just really to sit there and take in the cottage, you know, and the whole cottage experience, the boats going by, your friends going by, and, you know, just the enjoyment of having it all there for you. I got a bunch of people coming over this afternoon, so we're going to have a little cocktail shindig and
All
we'll
right.
test it out, see how it goes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Have you back and do a little dance for us later?
All right.
It's a nice way to end the day.